I'm back. Part 2 of the stream. Sorry about that. I was streaming earlier and I got a call from the day job. It actually worked out fine. I just had to go over some stuff because I'm filling in. Long story. Really isn't. But definitely didn't get enough done for the workday, but I did. These were the seagulls. They're about done. Hey, Animabelle, how's it going? Lucy, good to see you. Nerdyock, thanks for stopping by. Funny name, enjoy tomorrow. Knights of the Round Bagel. Yeah, it was just like those two shorter workday. We're gonna do some Mouse House stuff, which if you were present from before, it's this thing where mice live inside random stuff around your house. And was trying to decide what to do, but I think what I want to do is like, because I've been talking to my friend who's like in healthcare and hearing a lot about hospitals. So like mouse hospital would be fun, but that also seems too intimidating. So I was thinking I want to do like a mouse ambulance. So I was thinking it'd be in like a roller skate, because then it would be mobile. But then also I was thinking it'd be funny if it was like an ambulance and some sort of like mousetrap disposal crew. You know, like like in the army, like the explosive ordnance disposal team. So it'd be like multiple, you know, multi-purpose vehicle. Mouse ambulance. Yeah. So that's kind of the, but I kind of just got back from work and made some tea. So I gotta find, I want like a nice vintage roller skate for reference. Like 90. Let me pop out the chat window so I can continue to see it. But I apologize for having to end stream earlier. Let me make sure the oh my gosh, my computer's dying. Pop out chat, turn on stream health so I can view things go wrong in real time. Okay, vintage roller skate. Yeah, like these. Alright. Oh, the other thing I didn't mention is the idea for Mouse House. A long time ago I was doing some set decoration. Like a long time ago, like 8 years ago, but there were these chalkboards painted on the walls and I just had to like fill them with anything. It was like a kid's room. And this is one of the chalkboards. It was like shaped like a backwards L. So I drew this like fancy like Rolls Royce type thing, and then there were like little mice living in it, and like the driver was like, I don't know, too obsessed with wealth to see all like the little like mice. But I always really liked that. So this is like kind of I don't know. Sometimes like you draw a little sketch and it stays with you. It's like you should not give up on it. Our roller skate. Do mice secretly live in us? Not everyone. Hey, Knights of the Round Bagel. Your computer dying, can we steal it now? Wait, what the heck? Oh, this is weird. Hang on. Oh, duh. This is, well, yo, that tripped me out really hard. Sorry. Alright, let's see. So the first thing, I'm going to get the shape of the roller skate in, and then... So this isn't going to be as, like, is this the, mouse house brush? I think it is. Yeah, that's the correct one. This is like gouache brush, which I've come to really appreciate. Who here is powered by jazz mice? Well, these are physician mice. They're not jazz mice. They're first responder mice. What would mice that power humans be called? I guess it'd be like mech pilots in some way. They're like Evangelion pilots. These are like pretty... The amount of times I went roller skating as a kid, I really can't recall looking underneath a roller skate and like paying much attention. I can't tell if these are really fancy roller skates or if they all have some kind of like shock absorbing cushion inside them. A cruel angel's cheese. Shinji, get in the mouse. Or get in the human. Pacific Rim. I've heard that Evangelion was one of the inspirations for Pacific Rim, but I've not seen Pacific Rim. Which, as a mech enjoyer, seems like an oversight. Do I want like a roller skate? Kind of just grab the first one. It seems like they do all have that like shock absorber looking thing. Yeah. The more you know. It's like oh man, I'm tired. I'm just gonna do this. There's like I'm like not really in the state of mind to be drawing perfectly equal circles. Task is gonna be beyond me. I'll never know for sure what the bottom of a roller skate looks like. Yeah, maybe I was using inferior ones as a child. I vividly remember lots of other things about roller rinks from growing up. Like, there's a pretty specific nostalgia. I feel like roller rinks, there was also like some law that every roller rink had to have a cabinet of like Primal Rage. This is that like crappy dinosaur fighting game. Actually, not Primal Rage wasn't crappy. It wasn't like it had amazing stop motion animation. I didn't think highly of it as a fighting game. But I'm also not a fighting game enthusiast, so maybe I'm just talking shit. Just running my mouth. Roller skating. I never use this brake thing in the front. I don't know what the heck that's about. You just go into the wall, man. Tekken, Soul Calibur, and Metal Slug. Damn. That's like your roller rink owner knew about video games, man. That's a good lineup. Hey, Search and Artist. Yeah, so I only stopped going live because I had some day job stuff that I had to take care of. Um, you've started work on a deep lore comp. Ah, that's that's actually kind of exciting. I look forward to it. There's no rush. You can take your time. Those are a skill check. You either put your foot down and stop, or you fall flat on your face. Yeah, see, that's why I didn't touch them. I feel like I want the wheels slightly oversized. Um, Alright, so how do we do this? So, it would be funny if there was like a tailpipe coming out of here. Like something like it's obviously motorized, and then we could do like a little gas tank here. We could put like the EMS vehicle markings up here. And it'd be funny if there was like a little siren, maybe. I think part of the fun of this is they're not actually that hidden. There could be like a little hole here. This would be like the driver cabin, maybe. It would be fun to do some, like, as much as possible without looking up photo reference for what's in an actual ambulance, but that might benefit if we do it that way. Hey, Velvet. Hey, Z. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate it. To explain what we're doing right now, this is kind of like a weird tangent in South Scrimshaw that's coming up. Purposefully not explaining it, but it's called Mouse House, and it's these sort of silly drawings of mice. They live inside things around your house. Like this is a jazz bar inside your car's radio. If your car's radio only plays jazz, it might have been because they moved in and replaced your radio. Here's a telephone pole transformer. It is like a gym and a little shopping district for mice. So what I'm doing right now is going to be a roller skate, and I was thinking it was going to be like a EMS vehicle. Yeah, I usually don't know what the heck I'm doing when I start streaming, so that's just what's doing today. Old steam and fire-powered cars looked sick back in the day. Yeah. Steam vehicles, like, they have that, like, Art Deco futurism look. You know, where it's like people of the past trying to look futuristic. That is, I don't know. It's just kind of an exciting look. I forget what it's called. There's also that, like, crazy Art Deco locomotive. It was gonna be like the fastest train or something, but never like actually went into production. I probably got half those facts wrong, but it was something neat like that. So unlike those seagulls we drew earlier, the whole point of these is to be like loose and fun. So I'm not gonna stress about getting every detail perfect. I like sketching in like little highlights. Need my music more ambient to focus. Retrofuturism, that is the term for it. Yeah, it's a fun aesthetic. Also, it's like it's fun. Like I feel like the Fallout series kind of channels that, but it's I feel like it's more fun when you go to like the historical moments of um, like Deco or like some of the way like the Soviets like design their spaces, where like I don't know. I don't know. They're just kind of like a how to put it, like optimism, or like in their predictions. It's like very self-consciously forecasting the future, you know. It's like Looks like there's some kind of bolt here. And, like, the threads are sticking down there. I'm imagining that when the artist did this, he had like a roller skate sitting on his desk. That's why it was the day's subject. I really like this. This digital brush just feels like it has a really nice texture. There's like a very satisfying feeling to using it. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like the other brushes that like I use all the time might not be the best in terms of like resolution and texture. You didn't get train autism. Trains are subject to intense love from I don't know. It's like a Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. It's just like, because this metal's shiny, I'm like wanting to do tons of midtones. I need to keep it simple. I like to think I have many fixations. But, I think biology. It's like the closest thing I had to like a true fixation of just like reading endlessly about something. Hey, funny name. Alright, this thing's in the wrong place. I'm realizing, but I don't really think it matters that much. This is a complicated two-tone thing I'm doing. Alright, that's looking alright. Angelology and Bible analysis. God help anyone who brought up religion at the dinner table. I feel like there are a lot of different directions you can go with that. I was listening to this Great Courses lecture, and you know who was super into the Book of Revelation? It was Isaac Newton. Like, I had no idea. But this professor was saying that his idea that, you know, there was like encoded truth in the story the same way physics was, he felt physics was encoded in nature and had to be divine. Like the whole idea of it's like, well, this is actually an allegory for this recent modern thing and blah blah blah, like was actually of his it was Mr. Isaac Newton came up with that. I had never heard that. I feel bad because that's like one of, like, sometimes I start like these Great Courses university lectures and I'm like, wow, that's a really neat first chapter, and like never return to it. Instead, so I can listen to the YouTube brain rot. I've actually really been neglecting my my audiobook studies when I work. I'm gonna be rapidly losing IQ points. The shit. Isaac Newton is a hero. Like, I watched this documentary about him once, and it's like he just like walked around like his university, just like staring at the path and kicking stones. And the professors were like scolding the other students, where it's like, if he's ever walking around kicking stones, you do not ever go up and speak to him. It's like, Mr. Newton is thinking. Having a brain that smart inside your skull is probably like experiencing life as a different animal. It's just like, yeah, I just intuited how physics work, and I wrote it down. Alright, see you, Chandarius. Glad you can make it by. Revelation goes hard. Isaac Newton was onto something, yeah. He's like, these other books, they got like stories, but this one, like... Somehow I got back into watching like cooking videos on YouTube again, but I started going down. It's like Michelin star chefs who just like overdo everything. But I don't know if you all know him. Marco Pierre White. Who's like Gordon Ramsay's mentor. He's this like very intense individual. But because he's been doing like some series of like home cooking videos for the BBC, he's the guy who like was like the youngest chef to win 3 Michelin stars, and like mentored Gordon Ramsay, and like started this celebrity chef nonsense. But anyway, I'm like watching, listening to his videos. Like, you should look up the one where he like cooks scrambled eggs, and it's like I was thinking it's like an angry person doing their best impression of someone who's like calm. It's like he's about to like burst out screaming at you like at any point. Hey, Shitty Comics. How's it going? Yeah, this roller skate is for the I'm thinking it's gonna be a mouse ambulance, because this is this weird tangent mouse house where it's these drawings. Or you were here last time. You know the mouse house. I was just explaining for the lurkers, obviously. Jazz Mice Jump Scare. That'd be a good title for something. I'm thinking this one is like emergency service, mousetrap, disabling, and EMS. So they motor around your house and they undo the mice traps that you set up because you think you have mice, and they also rescue and treat any mice who were foolish enough to go for the cheese. Because these mice are smart enough to know it's a trap, but sometimes they're like, favor fortune's the bold. And they go for it anyway. And it like snaps down on their head. And then they gotta like fumble for their like mouse phone. Or I guess they wouldn't have cell phones, they just have to like play around there. Someone have to go run. Anyway, slow process, but they get there. They help the mice. That's the story we're working with right now. I kind of like that this wheel is uneven. Is that too uneven? Maybe. Yeah. You don't know how they're gonna treat the mice who get caught. Those things are diabolical. Well, it's a combination of their great skill and also, I guess, like the mouse traps are underpowered in this world. Or the mice have some kind of magic. Yeah, no, I mean, IRL mouse traps. It'd be a cleanup job. I had to set one up recently, and I bought like the rat trap. It wasn't even like a mouse trap. I went for the big guns, but when I was trying to set up the catch, it's like I didn't even get it like fully cocked back, and it came down on my thumb, and like that freaking hurts. Tell you what, it wasn't even the full way back. Round out the top a little more, like up here. I think we're at like appropriate levels of wonkiness. Because these are meant to be like drawn you know, somewhat cruder. And I think that's all we need that for. Because I'm just... Well, actually, you can do the laces later off the photo reference. Oh, wait. No, I'm not done. Let's do some... I hate to go touch and brush settings, but maybe... The only thing I don't like about this brush is how much the size tapers. Okay, minimum diameter. Oh yeah, that helps. Alright, let's set it back now. Oh shit. Fuck. What was that set to? Can I reset? Yeah, I reset. Alright, so that is our roller skate base. Let's get an ambulance. This might be a little too retro. We can do modern. You wish you could draw a messy, sketchy art style, but you always get caught trying to make everything look perfect. Um, yeah, I kind of had that problem in my finished work, whereas like my sketchbooks had a much looser quality. I guess I would say like things like gesture drawing, where like you intentionally limit the amount of time. Like gesture figure drawing would be like where you're drawing a figure in like under a minute. Um, but I feel like the times that it's easiest for me to sketch loosely are where it's like it's just one color. Like it will be either like a pen or marker with a lot of flow, or like a brush and ink. Um, and I'm just kind of like spaced out. Like if I'm mostly like listening to something, kind of like half distracted. Um, I think it's like if you kind of just sketch and get comfortable with there's like a kind of like autonomous motoring thing that like your hand does like when you're drawing, and like I think if you just like sketch with that in mind and not like worrying about finishing pieces, that might help you get there. I guess that would be my advice on how to loosen up, because like especially when you're learning to draw and you're like really like concerned with making finished pieces and making things that look good, it is like overwhelming. Like it's very controlling, like the need to make things turn out well. Um, Especially like when I was doing like cross hatching like pen and ink, I felt like, you know, if I did like just focus intensely, I could get it to turn out. But I don't know. It's like you just kind of foster a spirit of working sloppy and feeling okay with it. I guess that's my advice. Yeah, no problem. It's like I think I was saying like just earlier today that art advice is also going to be like really individualized, like each person you ask. So I think the best way to get art advice is to just ask more than one person, you know, because it's like when things really start clicking for you as an artist, you'll often find like the best advice was like a composite of like several things that you heard. Hey, Gilgos. Oh, I'm really sorry. That's like that's really tough. That's like you know, pets are family members to some extent. You know. Sorry to hear that, man. What if? I'm wondering if this idea would make more sense if the mice are seen like dismantling a mousetrap. See you, Velvet. Okay, so I'm thinking for this, the mousetrap is gonna be like... like on the ground here, and they're like they are disarming it. Like they have like a little extension rod that they stick out. This mouse will be up here with binoculars. And we'll have like a little radio here so that he can talk. We should have like a mouse. Well, I guess they wouldn't have him in a cast in a in an ambulance. It would be funny if they were like treating someone, but I don't want to do something like gnarly, like stitching them back together. Yeah. Mice get those holes in the front. Or the shoes get the holes in the front. That's actually funnier than what I have. That also makes more sense. Although our little cab driver will need to move back. Maybe the driver's up there. Is that all some like army tanks are? Or is that just like the tank commanders up there? It's not actually like a steering wheel. Some kind of like weird differential system here. I don't really know what's going on there. Neck brace. Yeah, that's a good one. We'll give him like little like saline drip. We'll do the little EKG here. Do like the mice paramedics. Okay, so maybe the bottom down here is for the paramedics. I like this design element, but maybe he like backs up to here. I like that because it's a very illogical place. This gives a little more breathing room to the paramedics. And we'll have I feel like ambulances always have like some kind of like cabinet with like medications. Right now, it wouldn't be a flag. Defibrillators definitely bring you back to life. They'll be defibrillating this guy, and he's like, I'm awake, I'm awake. They're like, we need to raise your maximum HP. What's the game that, Buckshot Roulette, which was like a YouTube flavor of the month game not long ago, but it's like you get like shot in the face with buckshot. It's like, I don't think sending the electrical pulses to the heart is what's ailing you in that situation. You just have like 9 lead balls like explode you. There's like in video games there's the defibrillator, but then there's also where someone's like, they take the bandage around their forearm, then like they take the EpiPen, they're like then they can keep on getting shot with bullets. I mean, defibrillating the heart will probably make it beat like once, you know? I don't know if any of you played Far Cry 2, but that one had like the funniest like healing yourself animations. It's like first person's like, my bone's sticking out of my arm. The guy's like, puts the bone back in his arm. Oh yeah, the Minecraft soundtrack is in my regular rotation now. Um, let me know if the music's too loud or. Uh, I think part of the problem is each of these YouTube videos that I play for background music is like set to different levels. Resident Evil the Village with the splurging water all over the arm back to attach. I played I didn't play Village, I played the one before. Well, I don't even remember what that was called. I think that was 7 and Village was 8. But yeah, it was like yeah, Biohazard. I think that was it. Which and it's like the series was always called Biohazard in Japan, so yeah. Resident Evil is probably like the series I've played the most games in, but like don't consider myself a huge fan of. Um, yeah, I know the more reasons actually. I'm just being obtuse. Also, I mean, complaining that anything's unrealistic in Resident Evil um, is genuinely a pointless thing to do. I like um, Resident Evil 6 is one of my least favorite games that I actually played the completion. Um, but my issue with that one, it's like unrealism, but it's like suspension. I feel like 7 was actually really well done. Um, I just hated the boss fights in 6. How it's like it's like a thing in Resident Evil. It's like, oh, we thought you killed him. He's back. It's like it. You almost like had the sense where like you just couldn't kill anything in that game because it's like it pulled that gimmick at least 30 times. Um, I don't know. I just hated everything about that game. Like literally every part of that game I hated. But that was also the one where it's like you had like a dude who like does like the it's like, oh, I'm a Resident Evil monster. I'm all fleshy and big now. Look how giant I am. And then in Resident Evil 6, it's like the guy turns into like a Tyrannosaurus. And this is the point where you're like, all right, you know, we now have to ask where all the meat comes from, you know, to just like suddenly burst into a T-Rex. It's like we could accept that this happens, fine. It's like this. It's like no. It's like don't turn into a T-Rex, you know, or like you'd have to like eat something to turn into a T-Rex. Um, yeah, fun killing the same boss 10 times. Yeah, and over the different campaigns too. Um, multiplication goes burr. Yeah, 7 was the first person Switch. I didn't mind it. I thought it was like they're also still making third person games too, so it's not like it even like costs the series. Um, I uh I got a bunch of those games. It was like might have been a Humble Bundle deal, but I'm like getting nothing done here. Bullshit. Let me paramedics ambulance. But the remake 2 was good. Although I only did Leon, I didn't do Claire. Alright, while we wait on that. I have the commander up here. And he's acting as spotter. Yeah, if you show the first person guy's face, you're just like you're gonna wreck the self-insert immersion. These guys need cool paramedic jumpsuits. They need like I forget who it was in chat. It might have been Steve. Suggested I play Signalis. And I might actually go back to that. Because there was one point where it was like I started playing Signalis, I didn't get that far in, but I was playing Remake. And I was like, this puzzle is actually kind of dumb. And then I was like, Signalis actually had kind of good puzzles. Then I was like, you know, Signalis also runs better on my Steam Deck too. I should be playing that. Hey Faye. I'm doing the mouse house, but this is gonna be it's part ambulance, part mousetrap, disarming machine. So if you know any good details we should include in the mouse ambulance, I think you know more about this professionally. Alright, I'm playing Signalis next then. That's it is decided. Oh, also I like started reading Fate Stay Night, which was taking forever. I feel like this mouse up there is too chunky, but maybe they do need to be that large. Because like a shoe isn't that big. The jumpsuits are just Harsika tinfoil wrappers. Hey, that one Tundrix. So the roller skate, this is a tangent in South Scrimshaw, but in short, there are these little drawings called Mouse House, where mice live in various domestic objects. So these guys live inside a radio. They have a little jazz club. And up in a power telephone pole transformer, there's a little mouse gym and shopping plaza. This will make more sense in the context of the story, but right now it's just it's also just a fun thing for me to draw. But this is the mice are using this roller skate as emergency service, and mousetrap disabling. So they drive around your house and they steal the cheese out of mouse traps, and they also help treat the mice trapped in the mousetrap, because they are also, I guess, very skilled paramedics. The style is also supposed to be like kind of intentionally childish or naive. I'm not going all out for realism in the mouse house here. Actually, you know what we can do is it feels so odd without context. Well, yeah. In the meantime, until it makes sense, just enjoy the strange mice drawing. Isn't the song called Mice on Venus? Yes, I planned it that way. Give him a little lever so that he can adjust the seat to his preferences. It would actually be funny if there's a mouse down here in like bomb tech disposal gear, like overseeing the process. Like he would have like that blast shield over his face. Yeah, EOD, that's what they're called. Also, hello, Hannah. EOD gear. Will be extra wide. Looks a little too much like a face, but it's distracting. This doesn't look enough like a helmet. Yeah, I don't think I could do the ears. There we go. He's a pretty cool dude. Get rid of that. It's all coming together. No, got me the correct Google search. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's not all fun and games with the mice house. These guys are first responders, saving lives. How much do mice get paid for this type of work? I mean, this guy probably makes a lot. Probably the most of the bunch. But I'm sure it's a pretty good job being a mouse paramedic. Skilled work. Probably has good hours. I'm sure the variety of work you do depends a lot on where you're working. Like if you are in a mousetrap rich environment, I imagine the hazard pay comes into effect. I now feel like I have to very regularly look over to make sure that OBS is streaming the correct thing. after the other day. If you weren't here, it was like just my face. Like I had the wrong, the wrong thing up, and then I zoned out drawing for like a very long time before I caught the mistake. You know what would kind of make sense would be if sense in kind of like a relative way, but like if this was like spooled up, which is how they store it. And these have like little guide rails, and then it would be like motor powered, so that these guys could control it with like a button. Maybe there's like a button on the wall here. Like this guy works on helping feed it through, but this guy pushes the button that drives the motor to like extend or retract it. So this guy has to like stand on a milk crate to be tall enough. Then there'll be like a little like warning alarm for when this thing's in use. And we'll have like some caution signs, like you're not really supposed to be on this floor. You aren't authorized. Then maybe this is like a break room or something. They could have like a little radio in here. I don't know, like a cabinet. You're really not supposed to spend much time here. Just if someone that's like frazzled nerves or something, they can take a minute. Then we can have like some shelves and stuff. Maybe this is like a mini fridge, so that people who want to bring lunch, like you want a different refrigerator from like one you use for like patient stuff. Then maybe, yeah, we'll do like a coffee pot here also, because these guys probably work long shifts. Coffee pot should be a little dangerous for something that's going to be bouncing around, but they'll be fine. They know what they're doing. These will just be cabinets. this as a clock. I feel like I can do a better job with this motorized thing here. Also made something down here. Definitely going to create an issue having this much weight so far up in terms of like balancing the machine, like the vehicle, but maybe this is like a retrofit, you know? So they sort of like stuck the thing in where they had the space. Hey, Major Puck. Hey, Dominic. Art's going well today. For anyone just joining, this is a bizarre tangent in South Scrimshaw that I've not fully explained, but the broad strokes, it's this thing about mice that live in your house in odd spots, such as your car's stereo. They might have a jazz club, or in the transformers of telephone poles, you might find a fitness, like a gym and a little shopping district where you can buy pizza. So what we're doing now is a mouse emergency service vehicle. They're in a roller skate and they go around and they disable mouse traps and they treat the injured. And part of the reason I'm just doing this is because it's fun. Like, I need to put strange ideas in that I have. See you later, Knights. I appreciate you stopping by. We don't want another Plinko incident. No, that's I'm learning from my mistakes. My streams become ever slightly less scuffed. And in the future, I'll never be a big streamer, but like, if I ever was, you'd be like, oh, I knew him when his streams were scuffed and actually fun. Yeah, it is a tangent like that about artists making stuff about animals. Um, I think it's also like a I think it's a good inclusion, and it's not just like because I did. It's like, oh, I did that thing with C-Bun. There needs to be something like it. I think it adds to the story. So it's like the "don't get your tail crushed" warning symbol. Definitely rolling around with some machinery. You gotta be careful around that stuff. Should have like its own breaker box. Should also probably like have its own generator too. It's because that would be drawing so much power when it's running. Probably wouldn't have it on the car's engine. Put a little railing here so that people stay away from this part. Little power outlet if you need it here. Kind of inconvenient, though, in practice. I don't think it's like as clear what the heck is going on here, but it is what it is. See you, Dominic. Appreciate you stopping by. Some streams you can stay the whole time, and other time you keep coming and going. That's fine. I mean, this is a pretty low-key stream, I feel like. Honestly, it's hard to... I don't even know like what causes the difference, but that's my CCV. Yeah, I mean, for me it's like the goal is just to get my art going, you know, to get more stuff done for Scrimshaw. So, I don't mind if they're like slow streams. Like, stream growth is not a priority, I guess is what I'm saying. For the people on stream today, do you prefer, like, so it's hard for me to like plan streams in advance, but do you guys watch streams around like a usual time, or do like anytime streams, like, are those fine? Just because most of my work I do is at my computer, so I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out if I should like really stick to specific times, like if people would prefer that instead of me just sort of like randomly starting whenever. Because I could probably just Well, I'm glad you could stop by, Hannah. I really appreciate it. Um, yeah, one of the reasons I'm doing it is also just because there's so much work going into the next part that it's really taken a long time, and I just don't want to be like totally radio silence. Um, and it is fun just because you know if it's a slow process, I can at least give video evidence so that people can like see like why, um, you know, or like what goes into the artwork. I feel like that will help demystify what I'm doing on my end. But I am working super hard on the next part. It's just like I also have like increased the sophistication of the artwork going into it. So like it's it's just a lot to do. But I'm happy with how it's going. That's that's the update. These times work for you. Enjoy tomorrow. And it says, I think it helps if you see an update, but otherwise it's not a big deal time-wise. Yeah, maybe I just need to like schedule my streams so that people can like get advance notice. Lucy says you prefer the usual time because it falls in the afternoon for you and you have some free time. Advanced update is lovely. Most of them are very late for you. Yeah, I feel like I've been trying to do like one over like the weekend and one over the weekday, like Friday or Saturday and Tuesday or Wednesday. And I've been trying to do to like start around like 2 or 3 Eastern Standard. Yeah, I know it's like people watch from different time zones too, and I could probably do one like I could try doing like a morning stream sometime just to see if or like schedule a morning stream to see if anyone wanted to see that. But I could host a yeah I could do a poll. That might be a good idea. It's kind of tough because a lot of times when I set something in advance, I'll have to like change my schedule, like last minute so often, and I hate doing that. I feel like I don't want to schedule something I guess I'm not sure if it's better to schedule something than change it or not schedule it at all, instead of like flaking. Like ideally, I'd schedule something and like actually do it then, but I don't know. But well, I have been trying to just stream a little bit more, and I think that's been going well. Because also, I feel like the stuff that I make on stream sometimes turns out really well, which is a win for me. Well, Yeah, you know, one of the reasons why it's like um, I follow a lot of, obviously content creators online too, and it's like there's the like going radio silent, like, but I don't know. Um, I totally get people who become, you know, tired of waiting on something, because that's like very relatable. And I just want to, you know, if they are interested in knowing why, I just want that to be clear what I'm doing. Because like the biggest bottleneck on this project is how long it takes me to do paintings. And because I can't really change that, I can at least be real about, the downsides of that. Um, it's also part of, it's like uh, work having worked on this for like years without anyone taking notice. Like, I really don't take for granted that, people are interested in it. So um, it's more about like wanting to like match the quality that the other part was, and not so much like being indifferent to, you know the audience. Um, because it's like that. I am also, it's like as a fan of games, I do also have a couple that I'm waiting on, and it's like, but I think it'll work out. I just have staying focused. You like the streams more often? Yeah, I'll if there's like something I can do for Scrimshaw that I think is that I can do just as well on stream, or um, I'm happy to then, because it's like, why not? I think this clock is kind of wonky. I guess the ladder should go down to the lower deck too. Otherwise, they won't be able to get out. Actually, you know what? They're gonna need doors back here. Because I just realized, like, that's like an ambulance bed. There's no way a ladder functions. Would be a major design oversight. The wait is worth the payoff. Yeah, that's also part of the reason why I'm also trying to not share a lot of like I mean, I guess I'm just not sharing like most of the art I've made, and I'm not sharing like, you know, most of the animals and stuff just because I think that would also sort of like I think like spoilers can like diffuse the wonder you might encounter when you see something for the first time. I might also like change that in the future, like I might share more, but we'll see. Definitely it'd be like after release. I gotta Google what ambulance doors looks like, because I forget. Oh, I will just say that South Scrimshaw is not my job. The donations have been hugely helpful, and like this summer I was actually able to take, you know, a good amount of time, or it's like I don't take time off work, but I work less days a week. Um, I when I released South Scrimshaw, it was like 2 months before I had any sort of like donation or DLC set up, um, which you know, the next time I do this, I'll have that ready to go. I think that will be helpful. Um, but I think of it as like a growing project that might be a job one day. But yeah, like 100% of your donations go to buy me food. So, um, but anyway, it's also like not something I'm gonna push again until the next updates out. Um, okay, so that's like a U-Haul ramp thing that can be extended, so they can actually like push a stretcher up if they needed to, something like that. Oh yeah, there's a fan Discord run by Enjoy Tomorrow. You can hang out with other stream chatters there. What's your job? I'm a professional whale artist and story writer. I usually just say freelance artist. I was trying to do like something like an Eames style chair, but it was looking a little too unclear. We'll just stick with very obvious chair shapes. I feel like they wouldn't have anything all that comfortable back here. This coffee pot makes me kind of nervous back here. Like a coffee pot in like a moving vehicle. But coffee pot, you have the thing to put the water in. And the thing for the grounds. Maybe those shock absorbers are just so good. they can have a coffee pot in here. They probably keep like the cups and stuff in the cabinet underneath. That would be like a sliding cabinet for easy access. Actually, I think the whole dangerous thing about this setup is this gigantic heavy wheel. And probably the generator would be extremely heavy as well. So it's like center balance would be like here, and then you'd have like a massive amount of weight here. You could like, you know, you would easily tip, I guess is my point. I guess, well, the wheels are kind of wide. It's like still ideally you'd want everything to be low. You'd want a low center of gravity. That is my crude understanding of how vehicle physics work. Mice commit OSHA violations. Yeah. Although I guess they are tiny mice, so how much weight are we talking about too? Like my brain is also like thinking like I just realized I'm drawing all this shit and there's not a mouse in this room. I should probably this guy's on break. He doesn't care if there's a diffusal. He's been to this rodeo enough times, he knows it. It's fine. The new guys can figure it out. He wants to finish reading his book. Or nah, maybe he's a magazine type guy. We'll give him a little footstool. Mice maybe commit OSHA violations. Always commit OSHA violations if possible. Well, if you think there is stuff mice could get away with, like, you know, they can like climb tall structures unsafely because like they're so light and tiny they can't hit terminal velocity. Like they can't fall fast enough to injure themselves. So like mouse OSHA can like make rules about, you know, clipping your carabiner to whatever, but like fairly low stakes. What would be the image on a mouse calendar? I feel like if it's just a piece of cheese, that's kind of lazy on my part. Although maybe that's what would read best. Sometimes the obvious thing is what's best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See you later, funny name. Ah, you have school tomorrow. Rip. Now enjoy school. Or have as good a day as you can. I was never a school fan personally, but there was still good stuff about it. All right, I'm really feeling this. It's coming together. It's all coming together. Um, time is it? 8:30. Okay, so I am not gonna go later than 10, but I believe that we can complete this before then. Um, so the most difficult, I think, or the down here is supposed to be a patient on a bed, um, and I think that's going to be tricky. So let's do the most difficult thing first, and then after that we will do the easier pieces. Imagine if someone tried to put the skate on after the mice had taken over. Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of the charm of some of this stuff is like it's like, oh, they're so stealthy living around us, but it's like it's very obvious, like everything they're doing, like like this isn't hidden at all. Mouse code base shame is a triangle because cheese in every letter are variations of it. Oh, I see. Yeah, triangle shape with like cheese wedges. I think the everyone liked the gag that they misspell words. So I might do that again. Although no, we'll do the text last on the side because that's not hard at all. See, this is one of those things where it's like it's tempting to do easy stuff, but I'm only gonna get more tired, and I'd rather finish this illustration today. I think I mentioned it before, but the brushes I'm using for Photoshop are Kyle Webster's Mega Pack, and they're pretty good brushes. Like I really like this gouache brush. Like it just feels good to use. I think his brushes are available for multiple um, drawing programs. I'm looking at a picture of a real stretcher on the other monitor. This is not being done by memory. If that wasn't obvious. There we go. That's a nice little stretcher. Are we breaking down how the mice write? From my one adventures uh, with EMS. uh, like when you're in a stretcher and you're like, you know, they have you like secured so that you're not injured further, and then you're in like a neck brace. You're also like very tired, so it's like imagine you're just like laying there and you're just like looking up and you're like being pushed around like great distances, so like all you're seeing are just like ceiling tiles and then like You know, not they're like not terribly interested people looking like that, and then like up people's nose like that, you know, and ceiling tiles, maybe like fluorescent lights too. That's what it's like to go into a hospital. It sounds like a nightmare. Nah. You know, it's like after it sucks, but there's like oh shit. You know, like pretty quickly, like, you know, how injured you are, you know, so it's like if you're not gonna die, then you're just in the hands of like the people who can make you not screwed up. So at least for me, it was like extreme resignation. What are you talking about? Too deep in mouse language. Hospital visits. I had a vertebrae compression fracture a long time ago, and that is the type of thing that requires the experts to deal with. I don't remember if I told the story on stream yet, but I'll tell it another time if I haven't. Sounds painful. It was. But it could have been much worse, honestly. Like you know, any break in your spine, you don't get paralyzed. It's like I'm not even gonna complain. Yeah, I was like falling off a large thing onto my butt. And then compression fracture. But I'll tell the whole thing later. It's like one of those things where it's like told the story too many times, and then it's just like, oh, I gotta tell this one again. Also, I won't tell the story till I have pictures to share on they're on a different hard drive. I'll wait till I have the pictures. But I was I think this was back when I was still a photo student. I wasn't even an illustration major yet. But I made a contact print of my X-ray, which was pretty fun. Like when I got back home. And that was like before they took the metal out of my back. So it's like got this gigantic, crazy looking metal bridge in it. That's the one drawing you don't want to see. What, you don't want to see my spine? It's understandable. No, I like medical stuff makes me super queasy. Like I totally get that. Not even on I have a phobia type level. It's just something about like uh medical stuff can like randomly make my blood pressure feel like it's dropped to nothing. So we can talk about something else actually. Let's see. This guy needs his paramedic bro. Let's see. Paramedic ambulance. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a mouse superpower. I don't hit terminal velocity. Yeah. I want this dude to have relaxed posture. Like this guy's stable. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hang on. What's he gonna be doing? All right, almost 9. Please let me finish at a normal hour. I was up too late working yesterday. And it just makes you feel like crap the next day. I'm gonna give him like the cool glowy jacket with like the retro reflectors all over it. Oh, you're gonna watch me and Earl and the Dying Girl. Yeah, that's a certified Sundance classic. uh, yeah, definitely watch the making of also. You can see specifically what I did. I did that film with my good friend Ed Bursch. We were actually um, friends in high school, and the film is about friends in high school who make like movies together. So that was like part of the thing is they just like let me and Ed go nuts, seeing what we'd come up with. Um, I feel like there should be something else going on behind this guy. I know that you don't have everything like a hospital room would. I feel like there'd be like little shelves and maybe like I also really don't want to complicate this. Yeah, cabinets I think is. Oh, this was a shitty comic suggested a defibrillator. That might be funny too. Maybe we do the. So I feel like defibrillators are just like Velcro packages with like a heart and a lightning bolt on it. Like initially, I was gonna have them like actually like shocking the guy, but I feel like there's not enough room. It's too tiny a composition. Actually, no. That'd be like a defibrillator. What would it look like in an ambulance? Okay, so it's like, all right, they got like, it's got this EKG looking thing in the middle. Yeah, okay. The thing I was thinking of were like the sort of like civilian use ones you see like next to fire extinguishers. Um, Obviously, the medical professional ones are gonna have different look to them. So you got this like EKG thing, and then it looks like the paddles are attached to the side. Okay, so that's a defibrillator. Your mom's a doctor and she always claims about defibrillators because 8 out of 10 times they're used wrong. Yeah, I mean, they just like, in movies, they're like, boom, boom, boom. And, so actually, I did some like graphic work for like, it might have been like Philips Respironics. It was like one of those companies who were like manufacturing defibrillators, but like I worked on a video, so like I know how the civilian ones work. You know, they're these like sticky pads. You peel them and like you put them on, and they have like a picture in the body of like where they're supposed to go. But the machine is just like one button, and it won't click unless it can like sense that it's been put on correctly. You know, which is if you didn't have like that sort of safety measure, people would be going by like what they saw in movies, and it'd just be like you'd be getting people fried. The playlist has gone back to Splatoon. Actually, I'm gonna do Hollow Knight instead. We were joking earlier about games that use defibrillators to revive people from gunshot wounds. Like, you imagine if you're like shot in the stomach and then someone electrocutes your heart to make you feel better. That's like that's some pretty hardcore slapstick comedy. Alright, let me know if the volume's good, as always. Oh, you're still practicing the piano song. That's cool. Enjoy Tomorrow did a piano piece inspired by South Scrimshaw, which I guess it's up on your YouTube, but definitely one of the cooler pieces of fan art. Like one of the, like the most like personal seeming pieces too. Pretty cool. Oh, my back. Where's my stream? 3 hours, okay. I'm gonna have to make dinner after this. Gonna be a canned fish night again, I think. So I'm looking at a photo of an interior, and it looks like right inside the door there are like these nooks to hang up jackets and coats. I'm actually going to continue this ladder to the floor because I don't know what to put below it. I'd like to be excused from filling in the space creatively. Seems like ambulances have a ton of storage space everywhere. I do. One of my favorite things about illustration is doing like visual research like this, because it's like you know what the inside of an ambulance looks like, but then like when you get into like the very specifics of it, it's just fun doing studies of everyday details. One thing that I wish I knew more about and I was better at is like wardrobe and clothing. I feel like my knowledge of fashion and my vocabulary is pretty limited. Like I have to do like a lot of research on that topic to like get close when I'm like dressing up characters. Okay, so this is gonna be like a lever. To extend and retract the grasping arm. Oh, cool. Yeah, so it's the song's still up in your channel. Let's see. I don't think I need. Nah. I was thinking of looking up more reference, and then it's like, nah. Diminishing returns. I know like what a headset looks like, so. I'm turning down the music a bit. If anyone wants it louder. Um. This guy should also have a headset. Sorry. their arms just kind of stretch out however long I need them to be. So he's standing on a little milk crate. These guys should all have boots on. It's because they are working around machinery. Your little digits on your feet are going to be vulnerable. This is one of those red warning lights. Signifies a machine in use. Okay, cool. So I like where this is at. This part really isn't all that clear. Alright, I can't really label it to explain it, because I kind of like not be fitting. So I'm going to do the mousetrap, the laces, and then write the word ambulance on the side. I think that's going to be the order of operation, and don't know if I'll be done before 10. This is a pretty classic looking mousetrap. This is gonna be a very big mousetrap compared to the roller skate. Maybe shrink it down a little bit. Like, this is... Maybe it is too large. Even this is, like, way overkill. Alright, so we got... this thing. Scary bar. I appreciate it. A joint tomorrow. Yeah, we got the trap. It's almost there. I feel like at this point it's like all the hard stuff's through, which is a very nice feeling. Which is also like I guess part of the reason why it's I like to get the stuff I'm most confident in done, or the I like can't talk today. The most challenging stuff, to get that out of the way, gives this nice sense of clear sailing when you get to the end, which is kind of like the moment when you need it. Also, it's like on some illustrations, like the difficult part is actually like difficult to the point where I have to like rethink what I'm doing with the image, and then it's like if you have to like make major revisions, you don't want to have a huge amount of time invested. I don't know. And the trigger plate, I believe is what it's called. maybe if I change shape dynamics, minimum. Is this stupid piece of cheese really going to be the difficult part that trips me up? Yeah, the first streams I did was like I just typed in like free streaming music, like free ambient streaming. It's like uh, those free lo-fi tracks were like the best options, but not a huge lo-fi fan. Also, thank you, Freddie. Alright, I gotta do some texture here. Although maybe I don't. Maybe then I could like do the end grain here. It's like something more dappled. You know what? Oh shoot! I'm like, what doesn't look right about this mousetrap? It's missing a pretty critical piece. This. Hey, Red Ash. The fact that mice don't even like cheese still trips me up. Yeah, I mean, it's iconic. Uh, I was always told to use peanut butter when setting traps. This is definitely one of those things where it's like you go with the iconic representation because like people can represent it, like read it clearly. And also it's like, it's fun to draw cheese like that. Yeah, I got a good amount of detail in here. I feel like it's a productive day. Mouse Hunt movie lied to us. Yeah. I think the people who made the movie probably didn't know jack about mice either. This has like a nice kind of flow going. Why did I delete my roller skate if I was gonna need it later? Oh, here it is. Harvey. I think this little guy in the EOD outfit is my favorite. Is my favorite part. Sorry, Major Puck. Spreading yawns. See, here's the real jazz mice music. Before they had proper EOD gear, they'd hide behind a thimble. That'd be super cute. When I was doing these, when I started drawing these, I thought it'd be funny to sort of make a like a tiny real world replacement for everything in that manner. But when I was doing like the cafe, I found it was I was having more fun just drawing normal human things smaller, like they fabricate all the things themselves. I do like the idea of someone wearing thimble armor, though. Tried to draw that lace cap at a little different angle, but that was not going to work. I can't actually tell how the shoelace is tied. Is it like normal man? Sometimes I just sort of am drawing the details as I'm seeing them, but not entirely following. And this lace has a nice little shadow underneath it. Nice little drop shadows. Sell things. I think that looks kind of nice. The laces look like they're glowing or something. Yeah, before and after. Alright, I don't want to spend more time on the laces. Ambulance are EMS. It's kind of too many syllables for that joke to play. Yeah, something like a brand. Maybe they've just like hand painted like the cross of hydrangea or whatever, like medical symbols. Or the Claudius symbol. It would be like a shoe brand on the side here. Not that I'm ever amazing at drawing perfectly symmetrical things, but nah, that doesn't exist. What on earth? Might be it. It's some nice mouse jazz. Hey, Bonehead. How's it going? Hey, Faye, yeah. So they're paramedics, but they're also actively disarming and taking cheese out of mice traps. So it's pretty advanced work. But they've got a little room here, little break room, because they have work long shifts. See, this fella got it, but he's gonna get patched up. He'll be fine. Hey, Nathan. You were dating someone that had bought miniature versions of household things and stashed them all over the house in their respective places. Made you feel like a colony of mice were infiltrated. That's extremely funny. I feel like this wheel, I could maybe it needs a little more definition down at the end. But yeah, I think I am gonna call it soon, right after this detail, because which is the brush I was using? Is it this? Yes. I need to rename that brush so I can actually find it when I go to look for it. So, this might be all of the mouse house I need is done for South Scrimshaw, and as much fun as these are to draw, we have bigger fish to fry in the future. Yeah, so next time, there are two different shots that I might work on. The coral reef scenes could always use more fish, but I think I need to storyboard those out clearer. I also am thinking of doing something with, like, I don't need like a lot of shots of it, but like maybe some like elephant seal looking things on like a beach. So I might do that one I'm unsure how much effort to invest in. Um, I really want to start like some of these insert shots, like turning them around quickly. Like I was thinking of having like just one shot of kind of like a big like school of mackerel or something, um, to go along with like to follow up on like the krill when you mentioned there's like krill, um, you know, like the big schools of fish that come in from it. So I do need a shot like that. I could do maybe that on stream, but some of that stuff is very like, you know, I find photo reference, I paint it. I don't know. We'll see. But I think. Oh, my camera was blocking. Ah, shoot, I'm sorry. Well, here. Sorry, this is the little paramedic symbol on the back heel. So this is the whole thing. I'm gonna post a screenshot to my Twitter. Next stream, it's Sunday, probably Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, we'll say, I'll say Wednesday. Because I don't think I'm doing anything Wednesday. But, yeah, you know, the second stream, I think, it didn't help me to start one and then turn it off, but I appreciate everyone who, you know, hung out twice. Or hung out once. I just appreciate everyone who stops by for any amount of time. This makes it more fun. But yeah, I'll see you all Wednesday if you want to drop by. And thanks everyone again. I really appreciate it.